Chat, hello, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. I'm not gonna lie, I overslept, and my camera's not even on. See that? See how fucked up it is? How fucked up I overslept? That's terrible. Fucking hell. Fuck! Damn it! That's so ass. Damn! Hey, that's on me. That is most definitely on me right there. I gotta be better. Hey, I gotta be better. That's just plain and simple. I alarm set, slept through it. You know when I gotta do better? Make two alarms. That's on me. That is most definitely on me. I gotta move. I gotta be better. So, for Inheritor and Shark Faith and Danny, I am sorry for being late. I know y'all waiting for a minute. I know you guys were waiting for an hour. Not no more guy. Hello, hello. Uh, I just gotta be better. Just gotta be better. That's it. No excuses. I mean, I'm not gonna make any. Just, just gotta be better. That's it. Damn. Fuck. I could beat myself up this entire time, or we can just get right on into it. You know, now because it's the next keynote that you play after that makes it right or wrong. So hey, we're here. All right. Anyhow, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good day. I missed the previous team due to working overtime, but I am here now. Hey, all good, man. You're all good. You're getting that overtime. You're getting that money. You're doing what you need to do. So I'm you're all good for sure. For Erwin, hello. Just finished your work. Hey, congrats. Hope work treated you well. Hope it did you pretty good. And yeah, but you know what? Like I said, uh, I just gotta be better. Back, thanks, my guy. Hey, of course, I don't know what I don't know working that overtime before. I was talking to chat yesterday saying that I did overtime for 3 years, 12 hours, 7 days a week, to get where we're at now. And so the call long chapter, yes, we are. We are finally on the final chapter of the renewal arc. So, hey, we're finally here. We're finally here. But again, everyone, it's my fault for being late. I just gotta be better, you know. Anyhow, I don't want to keep beating. I don't want to keep beating myself on it. You know what? We just continue to move on here. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally on Polaris Bond. About damn time. You know, about damn time. Now we're only gonna go till 9, just because I gotta go to work after that. Um, I will make it up though. I will make the time up for Saturday. So Saturday I will go longer than usual. Just because so I can make up that time. So let's see how long it's been since I've done renewal arc. So we started. Let's see, May 22nd. We started that weekend, I think. So May 22nd. It is now July 17th. So June, July. You know what? We made some pretty good headway. We have made some pretty good headway. That's what, 2 months? 2 months? A little under 2 months since we've started the renewal arc. That's really good progress. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That's some pretty good pacing. Um, That's insane. We got through almost all the chapters in less than 2 months. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. We've under 2 months. We've been going for 3 hours. Sometimes we go longer, but that's not bad. I honestly think that's not bad pacing. No worries, people. When it's understandable since you're juggling your life and YouTube too. Yeah. Hey, Inheritor. Hello, welcome. I'm so sorry for being late. That's on me. I got no excuses. I got no excuses. That's on me. I was just talking to that no more guy about it. Um, you know what? All I can do is continue to move forward, uh, and play the next right keynote. But if you're getting tired though, hey, go get some sleep. I don't want you getting sleep deprived on my stream now. I don't want that. I would rather you take care of your health, take care of your mental health, get some sleep, do what you got to do. So, but yes, hello everyone, welcome. We're finally on Polaris Bound. I am now sitting through the record. Sitting. Oh wait, what? I cannot see. I am now shifting through the records. What do you mean? I'll wait for her response or his response. Oh, because someone would neglected to establish a proper amount owned. Wait, what? Because someone neglected to establish a proper amount owed and who's getting paid. Trying to untangle this makes me tired. Are you talking about the now, are you talking about real life shit or are you talking about stuff that's happening in your book? Mm. Okay, real life crap. I got you. Someone's neglected to establish a proper amount owed and who's getting paid. Trying to untangle this. Yeah, I can imagine that can make someone go through the ringer like that. Well, I'm sorry that's happening. I hope it does get resolved. And people can move on. I don't know. There's not a. Of course, I would rather have another inheritor eliminate me and isekai me to another world, but apparently I lack this privilege in this timeline. Well, we don't want you going to the after going to an isekai world because, I would say people enjoy your company. Um, you could have another inheritor, but this inheritor, the one right now, I would say is a better inheritor. Who knows what the next inheritor is going to be? Could be bad, could be good. We don't know. I would rather have this inheritor though. I would say that. I would rather have this inheritor because who am I going to talk to manga about? Not normal guy. Now this is a chapter I remember clear as day. Hey, now we here, we chilling for sure. We are for sure chilling. Also, just on a final note, everybody, inheritor. Don't let this one day get to you, night, morning, or evening. Don't let it get to you. You always got, yeah. If you wake up tomorrow, you got another 24 hours to do what you can do, the best you can do, and you're doing what you can now. Um, just know that you may be going through the ringer now, but it's shaping you up to the person that you will be or want to be. I've been through the ringer before, where life's done roughed me up before. It's maybe into the person I am now. Problem, it is family related. Now, chat, so it's going to haunt me 24/7 to untangle this. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you this. Even if it is family related, you got to try your best to not let it eat at your mind, because if you let it eat at your mind, that's when things start to go south. I've had that happen. I've had family stuff get to me before. No, hey, you're for sure. You're chilling, inheritor. I would rather you. I would rather you take care of your mental health, um, than than try to enjoy the stream. I would rather, I would rather I would rather you take care of what you need to take care of, than rather being here. I would rather have you spend your time, you know, trying to take care of what you need to take care of. Um, but I would say this: try not to, because it's easier said than done. I could tell you what to do, but ultimately it's on you. It's you because I'm not in that situation. All I can do is just try to best encourage you or help you out as best as I can. However, at the end of the day, um, it is your mind, it is your life. All I'm gonna say is try not to let it get to you, as best as you can. Um, Even if it is family related, and I talk about family is so important to me. But I know everyone's got their own family. Everyone's got their own family issues, problems, goods, bad. I've got my family issues that are good or bad as well. So, but you're good, inherited. Like I said, I'd rather you. But all I'm gonna say is I'd rather you, do what you got to do. Take care of your health. Now, with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna get started. We are now on episode 0. A family problem can break a bond of a family in my POV. Yes, 100%. A family problem can break a bond. Yes, 100%. I know that all too well as well. We've had that happen. We've had that happen before. So, inheritor, wish you luck, all love. Yoink. I'm sending you my support. So, anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, shall we get started? Episode 0 of 28. Shimmying well. Wow, we are fighting right off the bat. Okay. Here we go now. We are dealing with Q and God, I forgot the other girl's name. Oh, cutscene! Whoa, 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 whoa. 180. Hell, that's new. That's a first, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit, 180 health. What in the fuck is happening? How did we go from 99 health to 180 health? Hold on, Chad. I gotta lock in really quick. Oh! Okay. Oh! Okay, well, we're kind of knocking him down at the moment. I'm at half health, though. Woo-hoo-hoo! Come at me now. There we go, right here. Oh, fuck! I don't know if we're gonna be able. We might if we can do this in one run. Chong, you just gotta. I'm just gonna run. You just gotta continue to fight. I'm gonna hit when I can. Sometimes the best option is to run and trust. Trust your people to take care of it. God damn it! Fuck! I wanted to do it in one run. All right, whatever. We're going in now. We're going headway in. I don't care now. Oh, we're getting bodied though. Fuck. Can't see though. There we go. Okay. The fact that we got to fight right off the bat, this is gonna be crazy. But I also have to know that we're gonna be fucking reading a shit ton too. Okay, here we go. He's right there. There we go. He's down. Oh! Whoa! Different type of cutscene! Hold on. Wow! What? She got stabbed? Oh, she pushed it through! Oh! Whoa! Oh no, hold on. Hold on, the in-game music. Let me look. Let me look. You were so right, it was not. You are so right, it is not. Oh Jesus. See, this is how you know I'm all fucked up. I'm gonna tell you my routine when I wake up before I stream. I literally wake up. If I have some time, I'll eat some breakfast. I'll literally do what I need to do, and then I'm gonna meet like 10 minutes before I stream. I'm getting everything set up, making sure gameplay's on. This is like, man, it's got my whole fucking morning fucked up that I overslept. Fuck. Okay, what did I miss? Not an issue since I don't have any authorization to do anything stupid, so that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Now that we're good, now audios can be heard. We're chilling. Nah, dude. Q is a baddie. I ain't gonna lie, but I have yet to see her new frame in the story yet. We know she's a baddie with the new frame because we see her now, but what she looked like in the story wise. And I'm not gonna lie, even the top hat was a little goofy, but hey, I understood it. All right, here we go. For a country's citizens to have deep love for their country, they must first have a deep understanding of its history. Oh, fuck. Is this the history lesson we're about to have? Queen Mew, an outline of national history. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're fine. Going to be learning about the history of Kowloon. Without understanding Kowloon internal affairs, Pepperlody has no reason to negotiate with you. Especially not with Hoxu and that transcendent missing. No, we can't form an alliance with you now. And I'm not even done yet. He waves the document in hand, bringing a mind to what people did a century ago and what people actually recognize as the Parliament. I have a report from the Science Council stating that for the past 3 months, Gasalt's core has been continuously attacked by malicious injections from the outside. I hope we also remember what Hoxu did to us last time. The murmurs from entire Babylonian Parliament Hall sounds like a clank of heavy chains that weigh down Puwal and Chao Fang, sitting at the center. Chao Fang? That's Chao Fang? Who's that? Now, the fact that we got Puwal here, too, goes to show how dire situation Kowloon is now. Q is actually one of the most well-meaning fictional dictators, to be honest, with the competence to back it up. That is true. She may be the only ruler, but she does care about her people. To do it. Danny! Hello, welcome. I'm going to say this right now. I am so sorry for being late this morning. I know you and Inheritor and Sharkfaith were waiting for a good hour, and that's on me. I overslept, but no excuses. No excuses on me. I just got to be better. That's it. Got to be better and play the right keynote moving forward. So, here we are. We here. We just started. You're not missing much. We just saw the cutscene of Kowloon just getting hit, and that's about it. Sorry, I was reading something. The non-issue me, so it's fine. That's all good. I was playing Fire. Oh, you were playing Fire Emblem? I've never played the game. Now, when I was playing Super Smash Bros. With my cousin, I would use some of the Fire. I would use the Fire Emblem main character. That was fun. But I've never played Fire Emblem itself. I'm pretty much relaxing, listening to you while solving stuff. Hey, if I'm able to help you, at least take away some burden off of you, then that's enough for me to be able to help you out. Like I said, make sure you taking care of yourself on top of that. Usually I'm watching P1 stream while going home. If you're listening to that in the car, I am sorry for your speakers. All right, I am sorry for your speakers if you have them blaring, because y'all should know by now I do scream, but that's like reaction screaming because it's like something big's happening. Here we go. The table is scattered with all sorts of files, some statistics and historical records, and even immigration records from the Great Evacuation. They all point to Cao Long. To prepare herself to discuss aid beyond the clean zone, Puwal has been poring over all these plans, blueprints, data, and history for 2 weeks now. Well, according to the data from the Niders data center, we currently have no information on Hoxu's whereabouts, and the Niders data center holds no data on Hoxu. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Hoxu's been missing for a minute now, hasn't she? Ever since, Luna and all them acquired her? But I don't remember. We definitely haven't used Hoxu to attack Babylonia, and we don't even know where it is. Okay, yeah, that's what. Cao Long is the only reliable ship now there is on Earth. We can't do without the Nider in case of potential emergency at sea. I suppose, yes. Okay, well, I'm gonna go off of that then. It's probably been missing since Luna and all them fucked with it. The counselor who just spoke stands up. Doesn't seem like he was directing his words at Powwow, nor does he care what she said. Excuse me. Evidence showed traces of hell creatures and punishing in the ocean. All they have done over the last year is to prevent the red tide influx. Ended up being a waste of lives and mega weapons, and that makes us look like a bunch of clowns. And I just happen to have a report on the Science Council that clearly states that the recent attacks on the Council did not come from Hoxu. Moreover, it was proven years ago that the attack on Babylonia did not come from Cao Long, but from that Ascendant Luna. Oh, what? The Ascendant you're talking about went missing a long time ago, and that's something I thought we were all aware of, no? Can you prove Hoxu was not in her hands? I can't. Meaning she is likely to have Hoxu, right? Case closed, then. That the legit to go fuck to see. You're just because I can't prove Hoxu was not in her hands doesn't mean Hoxu was actually in her hands. Oh, that makes no sense. How can you assume? Oh, it's a girl. Oopsies. You have no empathy at all. The argument starts spinning out of control with everyone trying to push their own agenda. Silence! What did the hall is once again silent? Colin's somewhat lazy voice echoes in the Parliament Hall once again. It sounds like more reserved now than it did before. May I speak now, President Hazen? Go ahead. Hazen nods at Collins without saying anything else. For the world government, Kurno is like a thorn in the flesh. There's all sorts of different fractions, and even Kurno itself. Hazen agreed to Collins. Returned to the Parliament with this in mind. By the way, Hoxu is pronounced more like Hashu? Oh, okay. Oh, wait. What? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me get the pronunciation right now. Because I know there's Fuhua. So Fuhua is W-H-U-A. So it's not Hua. It's Huwashu. Oh. Huwashu? Is it Huwashu or is it Hushu? If it's Hushu, that's an easy one. If it's Huwashu, then I'm gonna get fucked. I'm not gonna lie. Huwashu. Huwashu. I got it. It was 2 words in one. Huwashu. Yeah. Hey, took me a minute to get it right, but I got it. Huwashu. Okay. Thank you, Danny, for the correct pronunciation. Now I know moving forward. Huwashu. Okay. Huwashu. All right. Alright. I don't see any harm in aiding Cao Long. Do you? As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing wrong with it. We could totally send some funds and supplies to help our friends on Earth. Yup. Huh? Startled. Now that's something for me new too. Hey, we learning every day. Started by Lazard's rare approval, Collins almost jumps out of his seat. Collins, however, unable to see what Lazard's fate is like, can't possibly guess what Lazard is playing at. Even even within Colonel, factional struggles never cease because of Lazard's earlier tactics. Collins left the Parliament for quite a while, creating a window for Lazard to outshine him within Colonel. I forget Lazard is also with Colonel. This son of approval left Collins unaware of Lazard's intentions.
I'm just saying, even if the Parliament doesn't agree to the aid Kellogg, we could still help them in private capacity, like...
Duhang. Ah, shit. Okay, now the last time I seen Duhang was when she was... It was at the end of Han Ying's chapter when she had the bargaining chip for... I'm assuming is the research that the bad guys in Han Ying's chapter had. The research, at least. So, Duhang does have a trump card on her sleeve. We have yet to see that, though. So, gonna be interesting. I beg to differ. Oh, yeah, she also has a country voice. Another counselor stands up and starts speaking. Yeah, there will be a lot of Duhang here. Okay, yes. I kind of figured she was gonna play a part in Q's when I was reading her chapter. Now, I wonder if we will see Han Ying. I wonder if we're going to see Han Ying here. If we see Han Ying in this chapter, I'm going to be happy. Donsburg, hello, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, wherever you may be in this world we call Earth. How are you? I know it says we started about 30 minutes ago. Well, actually, I'm actually kind of late for streaming. I usually stream on 6 a.m. in the morning. But, like I said, I'm going to make that up this Saturday. I'm going to be streaming late. Like overtime. I'm gonna be streaming overtime on Saturday, so that way I can make up for that hour. Han Ying, I believe Han Ying is not very present here. What? Man, how would she not be present? This is Kowloon, and she was at Kowloon whenever it was gone. Unless she's at the Machina's place, then I can understand. But man, I hope we see her. Man, it's gonna be sad if we don't see her throughout this entire chapter. There we go. The Parliament has to be the one making the call. In mock distance, the Nighter approached us formally for a call operation. It'd be more directed to Q. Damn it! Why? I ain't mad that Q's gonna be getting the spotlight, of course. But man, I was hoping Han Ying would at least show her face a little bit. Here we go. Private cooperation and negotiations go against the spirit of the Parliament and don't follow the proper procedures. Am I right, Collins? Duhang's smile is ever present, but that doesn't make her words any less shrewd.
That's the Parliament's stance, but personally, I believe that if the Parliament can't help, we shouldn't just stand by and let things happen, right?
And some important details, too, for future chapters, but I'm not going to tell you anything. Hey, we chilling for sure. Hey, you're all good, all good. This is assuming that the Parliament would agree to the Kellogg's proposal, Collins. But I believe that we, Babylonia, or rather the world government, should offer appropriate assistance to Kowloon. I'm saying this as a counselor. And as a human. Well, at least it's cool to know that, you know, the Parliament ain't just going to be like, fuck you, get out of here. We're just like, well, we'll help you. We just don't know how we're going to help you.
Well, of course.
Collins glances at Lazard as he stands up and forces a smile.
I was about to say the same thing, actually.
After a brief silence, the Parliament Hall erupts in waves of discussion. I just finished Wither to Shine, and this is the best and that is the best chapter for me so far. Wither to Shine is Lucia's chapter, is it not? Now, also, no spoilers because I'm blind. I'm going in blind. It's a blind playthrough right now, so I don't know what's happening, what's gonna happen in the future, who's gonna be playing, and all that fun shit. So yes. So hey, we chilling. Oh, this Wither is Ishmael's. Okay, Wizards of Shine is Ishmael's. Okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know. The complex of entangled factions within Kurno are well known in both government and the Parliament, and Kurno's profit-driven and power-centric ideology has been long criticized. However, this collaboration proposal between Babylonia and Kowloon is clearly a matter of morality for Babylonia, with almost no real benefits to show for it. Well, I mean, Kowloon is kind of like a powerhouse. In a sense, even though they may be old school, they are a powerhouse. Babylonia, Kowloon Chamber of Commerce of the world. Okay, didn't even get to read that part. It's Ishmael's, but Lucio's is mentioned too. Oh, okay, good to know. Here we go. File number. What is the immigration files that the guys down at the parliament want to see again? Oh, Chow Fang. This is oh god, I think this is one of her. It's one of her lackeys, but I think this was one of the important lackeys. I think this was her right hand woman. I think. I'll handle it. We need to look into records with the Union, and that's before the old Kowloon Chamber of Commerce. We'll have to speak with the Immigration Bureau and the Administration of Archives. Now, Pual, I need you to get in touch with the Niter. Pual left it alongside, puts down a thick stack of files, and slumps into an antique armchair. The stack of documents seems to merge into the documents on the table and disappears from sight. Yeah, on Earth, Kowloon still got it. Oh yeah, I believe they still got it. I know they got that manpower. And woman power, too. We lost a great portion of the documents when we used to have during the Great Evacuation, and there isn't really anything we can do about it. The Immigration Bureau and the Administration of Archives might not even have the records we're looking for and all. I mean, I probably didn't bother taking them when he left Kowloon. Some of the documents he took away are so probably still sitting in the archives in Kowloon's Uxui Design Bureau. They're just all over the place. But why do they suddenly need all the documents? Why are they making things so complicated when it's supposed to be a simple discussion about reconstruction aid? Well, they might actually not be going through all over them. Huh? What do you mean? If the Parliament in the Control Court don't conduct a joint specialization investigation, they often ask for this ridiculous amount of information, so no one knows what they're trying to find out exactly. Oh, we got the whole group here again. Casenta, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, welcome. And Anakin, what's going on? Hey, I'm gonna apologize to both of you guys right now. I don't know if you were waiting at 6 o'clock today. I overslept. We actually started about 7 o'clock, 7:02, I think. So I am sorry for those who have been waiting. We're here now. I'm gonna make it up to you guys by streaming late on Saturday, so that way I can make up for that time. Even though you really can't make up for lost time, I'm still gonna make up that time as best I can. So that's what's happening Saturday. And yes, we have a lot of people here already, and it's fucking insane. I'm so grateful. And Anakin, I know it's early, but hey, this is the stuff that we were talking about when I was still working my way up. I'm still working my way up. And I will continue to work my way up, all right? But me, Anakin, we talked about this shit whenever way back in the day. And here we are now, man. The fruits of my garden are very slowly starting to spread. People are coming to see what's going on in the garden, and we're just gonna continue to grow. All right, we're gonna continue to grow. You're doing so well. Just remember the days where, hey, I'm talking about it now. I ain't ever gonna forget it. Like I told everyone here, everyone that's here now and that was here a while ago gonna get the foundation badge, and that's gonna staple, and people gonna know. Oh, he an OG, she an OG. She been here and he been here since day one. Don't worry, hey, I ain't gonna forget. Don't y'all worry. And you're hearing me get passionate about it because it's so crazy, dude. It's so insane, and I know it's real. And I gotta take in the moment, you know? Being present in this moment is such a blessing to know, like, man, we're really fucking doing it. We're really doing it. All the work, all the late nights, all the early mornings are always going. Always gonna play a part in this, man. It's so insane. We're slowly growing. Hey, we're only gonna continue to grow, and it's just gonna go up from here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we going up from here. I thank the man upstairs every day for allowing me to wake up and to chase my dream. All right. Hey. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally on. Okay, we're on chapter 28. Yes. We got a lot of reading to do because we're getting ready to learn the history of Kowloon and everything leading up to the part where Q is missing and Pual and Chao Feng are proposing Babylonia to help. So hey, here we go.
They do it all the time, and this is what we've done back in the day in Kowloon. Well, it's true that the control court doesn't hold a lot of seats in the parliament, but they have more power to push bills than anyone else because they hold oversight, and that's why no one wants to rub them up the wrong way. The fact that they went to such lengths to have the parliament inquire about these things means there's something they want to know. The question is, what exactly are the parliament and control court trying to look into here? Du Hong rubs her temples, not missing a beat in her review. It ultimately comes down to money and resources. The boss, though, something feels off. Mom? An elderly man by the entrance pushes the door open slightly and nods at Du Hong. Yes? Chancellor Lazard from the diplomatic court has urgent matters to discuss with you in the Chambal reception room. Okay, so Babylonia is already here. Lizard. Oh, Lazard. Okay, now... never mind. I hope you like this chapter. It's a bit more complex than usual, but it's pretty good, I'd say. Hey, I'm gonna activate my big brain buffer, all right? And I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn as I go. I already know I know everyone's been telling me that this will be a very long and confusing chapter, but I'm here for it. You know what? As long as I write it out, we're gonna get to the good stuff. Here we go. Colonel. Don't think they're here for the pleasant chat, aren't they? Guess it has to do with the inquiry meeting? Probably. Du Hong sees this possibility of Colonel sticking their nose into the inquiry meeting, but she never thought they'd just go ahead and send one of their guys over for her like this. Yes, this will have a lot of mentions of past details. Good to know. Now, this would be interesting if we know past chapters as well. They're either here to talk about the conditions or to make threats. Guess they want us to bow down and swallow those conditions to work with Babylonia? And not to mention there are a bunch of grown-ups telling us how to do what? Ugh. They only gave Kowloon a damn when they were interested and under threat. They don't even get me started on the attitude when they do need our help. I was gonna say, whenever we do need help, we do kind of beck and call at Kowloon, like, please help us! I'm sure no one in Kowloon likes that. We were supposed to connect with the world, but Kowloon is now, as it is, like a lone island, and that's not great at all. Guess we'll all just have to stick up for that now, but by the way, Chao Feng, I have them on the line now. Huao hands over the terminal to Chao Feng, who does a stretch and picks up the files from the desk. I consider it more of a jump to the stuff that happens next. This is a great bridge chapter for you, if you ask me. Oh, okay. The details too about the future events, but they really hide it well, and you'll be surprised in future chapters. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to continue. I might have to activate the big brain here pretty soon then. I already have to remember things that have already been foreshadowed before. Okay, so kind of like how Cradle Parade was. It kind of foreshadowed it right off in the fucking beginning, but I didn't see it at first glance. Don't worry, Papa, just enjoy the ride. Hey, I'm gonna enjoy the ride for sure, but I'm also gonna activate big brain buffer here if I need to. All right, here we go. We'll take it from here. Thanks, Du Hong. I guess it's up to us now whether this ship sinks or goes on sailing. Okay, now I'm assuming this is where they go to deployment? Yep, okay. No, this is not when they go to the parliament. I'm assuming this is before they get the proposal to go to the parliament. Lazard sits with his back straight in the reception room of the Kowloon Chamber of Commerce in Babylonia. Kowloon Chamber of Commerce in Babylonia. Okay, so they're in Babylonia, I'm assuming, but why the fuck do they have a special Kowloon Chamber of Commerce in Babylonia? That's the real kicker for me. He opens his mouth and speaks when he sees Du Hong enter. Counselor? She part of the parliament? Okay, that's new. Counselor Du Hong. Hello, Counselor Zazart. With only 30 minutes into the inquiry meeting, I'll get straight to the point. Since the incident with the Gestalt computing power lock and the control court has been focused on investigating the Science Council and Gestalt, the control court might appear to be looking into Hoxu. Hu Shao. Wait, who is it? Wait, whoa, not Hoxu. It's, where is it? Hu Washu. Hu Washu. Hu Washu. I gotta get that remembered. Hu Washu. Hu Washu. List? Fuck! It's not Lazard? God damn it! Okay. Oh, just enjoy the enjoyment of the surprisement. Hey, okay, then I big brain buffer is not gonna be activated this entire chapter. Then I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna just go in enjoying the story like I always do. And we just get into it. Okay, so list. It's list. So the Z is silent then. The list, it's list. And huashu. Okay. The control turret might be looking into Huashu and Q's whereabouts on top of the power lock incident, and what the control code really is looking for into the intel has to do with a science called before the Golden Age, and that intel might have to do with Babylonia directly. Section 3? But I thought that the science control core only had 2 sections. If I may, when you did join the world government, when did you join the world government? A cold flash crosses Du Hong's eyes before it quickly vanishes. Right into the year the punishing broke out. Meaning you have been living in how long until then? Yep. It's true that the current science control court, or science console, only has 2 R&D sections, namely section 1 and 2. But during Gassort's early development, there was a 3rd section dedicated to it. When Gassort was completed, section 3 was dissolved. I never knew that. There's indeed no written record of this matter. Only a few people know about it, and at this time, everyone who was aware was put under the gag order. That's an insane fucking word to be putting onto that sentence. So it's only been passed on through memory and word of mouth. I'm done. Problem untangled. Sorry for ranting earlier. Hey, in here, you do not need to be sorry. You don't need to be sorry for that. Wow! Hold on. Sorry, I was looking at the concurrent viewers. I'm more worried about you. Don't be sorry about it. You got it done. You got the problem done. It's all done. You can put it aside now. You can enjoy what you need to enjoy now. And hey, you're good. So hey, I'm glad that you got it unsolved. I'm glad you got it untangled, and I hope everything goes smooth sailing for the time being. And you can just enjoy your morning, your evening, or afternoon for the rest of the day. So you're chilling. You know, that's great to hear. Until the next problem appears. Hey, until that next problem appears, just enjoy what you got, and what's the saying? Hope for the best, pray for the worst. So continue to just hope for everything that happens, and if something happens, pray to get through it, pray to get it done. So you're chilling, Inheritor, but I'm glad that the situation got untangled and you're chilling for now. Until a problem comes up again, don't know when it's gonna happen, you don't know how it's gonna happen, just enjoy life right now. So on the side note, it's kind of peak how Q always puts her people's feelings first. Oh yeah, she always does. We knew that. We knew that in the first Kalong War, which is insane. So, it does go to show that she is a good ruler, and she does care about her people really, really much. Kidafree Dotto, what's going on? Hey, your next problem has arrived. Arbited. Hey, welcome, Carefree Dot. I'm late to the stream. We started at 7. We were supposed to start at 6, but hey, that's on me. We're gonna make it up to the 14 people watching. We are about to break the next record of concurrent viewers, which is insane. Welcome everybody. If you are new here, I am Poppin' P1. I do mini films, short films, whatever you want to call it, on PGR. That's me. So, welcome. Let's see. What did I miss here? Yeah, life is full of challenges, and you've gone through it to reach here, so you're an unstoppable force, my guy. Yes, you're an unstoppable force. Everything that you go through, it shapes you up to the person that you are be, and everything that you've been through shapes you up to be the person you are today. Just you go through the times, but you enjoy those times when you get through them, and it's like, man, we really went through that. Like, we got through it. I'll cheers to that. Thanks, Norman. Thanks, Anakin. Thanks, Poppin'. Of course. Hey, that's what the Ironclad community is for. We're here to help. We're here to help bring people up, bring them along the journey, and to continue moving forward with the Ironclad will to continue to move forward no matter what. And that's That's the Ironclad. You know, that's Ironclad Nebula right there. Because that's what we do. We just continue to move. We continue to help. We are continuing an iron force that will be here to help anybody and to also help each other out. Because if we help the people in need, if we help the people we care for, who's gonna be there for us? And that's where the Ironclad community comes in. We help those people who are holding down the line for the people they care for. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get started now. But you are quite young yourself, no? Where did you hear about all this?
That's hardly the point here. Now, I just wanted you to know that I will push for Colonel's internal approval to vote for the favor of Cao Long's construction aid at the Parliament.
This shouldn't be discussed privately between us. I can't trust any guarantees from Colonel. And can you alone represent Colonel?
Good point there. But this is what I'm going to do. Aiding Cao Long isn't cost-effective from a financial standpoint, but morality speaking, Babylonia shouldn't leave a spark of self-reliance to go out on its own.
Du Hong scrutinizes Lit's. Is that how you say it? List, yes. Even tried to figure out if this old fox is playing any trick. This man seems slightly different from what she remembers of him at the Parliament. Now I wonder if he got a reality check after fucking everything that went haywire at Babylonia when the Hetero Tower came out and all the old heads had to fight to live for themselves. This isn't some kind of joke, right?
It isn't. I have principles I must uphold and tasks I must complete. And these things don't conflict with Colonel's interest. But bluntly, I'm using you and Cao Long.
I mean, at least you're honest about it.
On what condition?
I need you and Cao Long to investigate what the control court is after, because what they want might just happen to be what I want too.
But we already had our plate full dealing with the Parliament's inquiry, and you should know that.
You should have a talk with Pop and P from Grey Raven then.
I know for a fact that Pop and P and Asmoff are in touch on the regular and private basis. Oh shit. Okay, well that's interesting, that the fact that this man knows that me and Asmoff talk privately about some important matters on hand. So the fact that he knows that is fucking interesting. He got some leeway to be able to pull that shit off.
Grey Raven, huh?
The Grey Raven and Q have quite a few things going on between themselves dating back to the Cao Long battle. This is true! On top of that, the first elite task force dispatches to assist Cao Long will be Grey Ravens and Strike Hawks once the inquiry passes.
Oh shit, here we go. All right, at least we know that we the first ones on the scene. All right, we the first ones on the scene when that shit happens. Ooh, let's go Imperial. Imperial. Wait, Imperial. I think it's Imperial. How many BC you save for DMC? I really need the grind. Essen, damn it. I think I have 7,000 right now, not including, well, I think is including the premium currency or the premium gotcha currency that you get for it. I think I have 7,000, but that's about it. By the way, can we agree Asmoff is a top 10 character? Dude, Asmoff is really cool. I like Asmoff a lot. Glad to see Strike Hawk deployed as reinforcement. Those guys are always reliable. They are. They really are. Strike Hawk don't get talked about much, but when they do, they come in clutch, because me and Chrome, we already know. We got that chemistry knowing like, hey, I got your back, you got my back. Dectours! Hello. Thank you for the raid. As always, you do not have to raid me, and I'm very grateful that you do and that you decide to raid me. I don't take it for granted. And of course, it's everything, man. I appreciate it so much. Carefree Dot, are you leaving? Oh, he took it back. Never mind. Go Imperial. What's on your grind to go? Is it just to get shark characters? It shouldn't take too much. Shark Faith! Oh my gosh, we got everybody here. Everybody here. I almost forgot you were streaming. No, hey, that's on. I almost forgot I was streaming. I was supposed to be streaming at 6, but you know, I know you were waiting and Herod was waiting, and so was Danny. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot that I overslept. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I overslept. There's no excuses for that, and you know, I just gotta be better for here. But To make it up, though, I'm going to be live on Saturday, and we're going to go later. We're going to go later on Saturday. That way, I make up for that lost time, and we can get caught up in making some headway on chapter 28. So, hey, yeah, everybody here today. The group's all here. The group's all here. Ah, man, dude, this is so cool. It's so cool. And we beat the previous record, 16 concurrent viewers. I thank you all so much for watching. We were originally at 14. We are at that right now, and we broke it at 16. I'm super grateful for that. Man, hey, like I told y'all, it's the next key that you play that's right or wrong. You know what? And I've been playing the right key ever since I've been woken up and we're streaming here. So, hey, I'm grateful. I thank everybody here being here today. All right. For those who are new, or for those that just joined, you're not missing much. We are like still on episode 0 of chapter 28. Q bringing out all the fans. Hey, they are. Hey, we haven't even seen Q yet. And look at the crowd she's bringing out. The garden slowly, ever slowly. Oh wait, the garden slowly, ever so slowly, but it's noticeable to the point it's appreciated. Hey, all I gotta do is continue to just build the garden. Get rid of any critters, distractions, and continue to just water the plants, water the garden, water the fruits, and let it grow. So, also, fun fact, if you do not know, if you talk nice to the plants, they actually grow a lot quicker, I think. All right, here we go.
Wait, hasn't it been decided already? But the inquiry hasn't even started yet.
The diplomatic court office prepares 2 versions of press releases ready. One when things go well, and the other for when things don't.
Will of Kalong and the friends we made along the way. Yeah. My grandma just went out the window. Hey, you're good. Together we are Q. Together we are Q.
When you put forth the plan about restarting the 0-point reactor and interstellar travel at the Parliament, I remember it was passed with a significant majority.
Did you vote in favor?
No, I abstained.
Oh. Liz lets out a worried laugh. But I didn't think that's gonna happen again because what we're doing this time doesn't involve all of humanity's interest. I happen to know that you have a penchant for ambiguity when it comes to important issues. Except ambiguity isn't what I'm looking for here, Counselor Duhong. I need either a yes or a no.
Sometimes all it takes is one split second for a decision to be made, except one never knows whether that decision is right or wrong after the fact.
Deal.
What are y'all saying QB for? Together we are Q, cube, QB, Q, QB, Q, U. Okay, alright, what are we doing here? Alright, here we go. After this episode, I gotta get me a water too. Okay, here we go.
I also need to pull up. As well. One thing. Nope, not what I needed.
Oh, also, chat. I'm making good headway on the short film. It's gonna be a short film because this short film is gonna be a little interesting for me to try to get down since majority of the chapter of Eon Forge was half the time going through a history lesson, and yes, we were a part of it, but we also weren't a part of it. So it'll be interesting on how I'm gonna try to get that, get it right. Good, go now. I got it all said and done, and we're good to go there. So it's a meme. Don't ask why it just is. Oh, okay, good to know. But good to know that's a meme. I'm like, what are we doing here? But anywho, the short film is in the works. True, it's going to be a different kind of short film for sure. It is. It really is going to be a different type of short film because we are in there as much as I thought we would be. And when I was getting everything set up, I'm like, man, there ain't really a whole lot for me to go off of here. All I can really do is summarize a little bit of what happened in the history and then go from there. But I have an idea on how I wanted to get it done. I got the first, I think minute or two in. Got that set up to set the tone for everything that's gonna happen. But it is making progress. I was supposed to work it on last night, but I'm gonna go to bed early. Clearly I overslept. But I'm gonna work on it tonight when I get home from work. Since I gotta get some more headway on that short film. But it's coming along though. It's coming along. I have the idea on how I want it to go. It's just gonna take a minute for me to try to get that set up. But do know that the short film is in the works right now. I watched your Commandant's diary on the Creative Parade, and the short hard voice acting was on point. Hey, I'm glad you liked it. I had to put a little editing sauce on his voice a little bit once he put the mask on, because I'm like, well, he's got a mask on, so I'm sure clearly he's got a different voice modulator when that happens. So hey, it's all good. But yes, I'm glad you liked it. Flame Chasers, Fire Emblem Three Houses has a very beautiful opening song. I have not heard anything of it. I've heard Fire Emblem's a good game. I think it's also a novel too. Is it got a book or a manga of that sort? But here we go. Silence. Oh, we even got Hilda here. Damn, we got everybody.
Now, that's rare. I thought Liz and Collins would vote against this.
Is there anything else you wish to state, Miss Puwal of the Niter? I thought she was Puwal of Kowloon. Like a student whose name gets called out of the blue by the teacher, Puwal looks a bit flustered.
No, there's nothing I wish to add.
Allow me to reiterate the main points of this proposal, then. For the foreseeable future, Babylonia will provide material aid to the Niter and survivors of the Kowloon area, while establishing a Eurasian maritime defense line against the punishing virus Kowloon. The goal is to eventually connect the clean zone and conservation areas into one. Okay, so we want to merge Kowloon into the clean zone. That's okay. That's interesting. Wait, Hilda's the control court? Is she? Wait, hold on. Hilda's the representative for the control court, or like yeah, representative sense. Puwal is her favorite lollygag. By the way, now that I think about it, is the Niter still online as of right now? Hilda is the leader of the control court. Yes. Okay. Good to know. Okay, so that's she's got some power if she's holding Ishmael and all of them underneath her. Perhaps what I may say next might undermine the impartiality of my position as the president. I can't participate in the vote as a regular counselor, but I still wish to express my stance as a human being. In times of crisis, the continuation and future of civilization are not just entrusted to those of us sitting highs in the hall. The future of humanity should be in the hands of everyone, regardless of status, gender, race, or color, whether they are frontline warriors or nameless individuals. Hazen spitting the facts! That is very fucking true. It's a cargo ship. Good. Got it. Didn't remember. Hey, we're all good. Hey, we learn it now as we go through. It's mentioned in this chapter, kind of like one of their major assets, kind of like Akadelic in their train. Kowloon needs the Niter for target for large-scale trade, which makes sense because that's really the only boat that we know of besides the Northern Front Union that Rosetta and the Fishermen have. Other than that, I think those are the only two boats that I know of in the game so far. Under the weight of responsibilities, however, we often have no choice but to make cruel decisions, which is the price we pay for being where we are. But when making these decisions, I first and foremost, a human being, and the only then of the President of the World Government Parliament. Perhaps one day, future generations will write about our cruel decisions as a downfall of human morality, but we will proudly say that we also made decisions that represented the highest morale standards of humanization. Oh, human civilization. This is very true. Eurasia, Europe plus Asia, by the way. Oh, wait, really? Hold on. Where is it at? Oh, while establishing a Eurasian and maritime. Okay. Hilariously, this whole time this whole show was Puwal having to deal with Babylonia as part of it. Probably made Puwal appreciate Q a lot more. This is you're probably right. You are probably right. Yes, it's a term we use. Okay. Now, isn't Kowloon like representing like Asia or something? I think someone said it in the very, very beginning in my early streaming, very, very early streaming career. It still is early, but like right when I was just, like, still green. When I was still green, I think someone said that Kowloon was like Asia. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And then the guy knew a lot. The person knew a lot. It was either Asia or China, one of the two. But the guy knew a lot, and it was telling me like, this is Asia, this is Europe, this is yada yada. So it's like it's interesting on how that is. Calong is Asia for sure. Okay, Calong is the megacorp, but effectively owns Asia economic. Okay, mostly China. Okay. Hey, so it's kind of like it could be Asia, it could be China, it could be whichever one you want. That's interesting. Okay, hey, look at that. We all learned why this. Hence why they're focused on defending Kowloon during the war. Okay. Hey, that's good to know. Instead of all of Asia. Okay. I was gonna say, Kowloon only wants to defend its people. Like when something happens, they don't give a shit about anything else. They just want to protect their people, which I can respect. They do reference city like Mermistak, Prague, etc. You can get a sense of where they live. Okay, yeah. That's what I figured. Because I know, like I said, that one guy knew a lot about, like, this would be this would be that, this would be that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Please remember that we, the world government, set out to unite humanity and lead us toward a civilized future. Ozan voices echoes through the Parliament Hall, where his voice is on the only thing that can be heard now. I've stated my position. Now let's proceed to vote. The Salt will be counting our votes on the world government aid to Kowloon. With it, this group of people with enough power to influence the world enter their votes into Croissant, from which a cold verdict of data is churned out. The proposal received 67.5% support, 14.5% opposition, and 18% abstention. The proposal has met the minimum for passage it is, and therefore approved. Okay, hey, we go to Kowloon now. We on our way. Q, I'm on the way. Hey, a happy powwow is a good powwow. Let's see, what did I miss from reading that? Hilariously, Kowloon didn't even ask for help like all the nations, which ups their street cred a lot more in my eyes. We didn't even. That's true. We didn't even. Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't they just come for just help, like just asking for like, what the fuck? They were asking for something. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot. They were asking for what? Just to build a bridge? Is that what it was? Conflict interest. What was it? They were trying to build a bridge, weren't they? Nope. Hold on. What was it? What was she wanting? Either about the conditions. No. Where the fuck was it? I know we were just talking about it. They want the fact. Nope. 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 We're close. Stack of documents, merge documents, pull out, nope. Records of the union, nope. File number, nope. Where the fuck was it? They were just literally talking about it. They were wanting something happening here. Oh, whatever, fuck it. I'm wasting too much time here. Whatever. A happy powwow is a good powwow. Yay! I hereby declare. Wait. Oh shit! Asimov here now. Hold on. He's got something to say. Powwow saddened me. Okay. Asimov suddenly stands up right when Hansen is about to announce the proposal of approval. The TLDR is that they're trying to negotiate the official alliance, military and economical, with Babylonia. Okay. That's what I was looking for. I'm like, I know they're trying to do a merge here, but I could not find it. I could not find it because I was trying to go off what you said, that they didn't even ask for help. They were just proposing an alliance, and then next thing you know, they were like, "Hey, we'll help you." Okay, here we go. But the Babylonians are still negotiating and demanding reports, data, and materials during the Golden Age. Okay, that's also what I was looking for. I'm like, that. I know they were looking for negotiations of that. Most of said information went missing with Q. Okay. Which is why Q's missing now. Good to know. and why. Okay, now we know. Okay. All right, here we go. Asimov stands up right when Hansen must announce a proposal of approval. Here we go. Why does this feel like deja vu? Yes, Asimov. President Hansen, I'm not here to obstruct this proposal. In fact, I voted in favor of it as a member of the parliament. But before we go ahead and announce its approval, I request that Gasort independently assesses whether this proposal should pass. Okay, interesting. Asimov words. Oh, I wonder if it's to see if it's Hakushu that Huashu interfering with Gasol. If it is, that's a big brain move. Asimov talked about the best political moves. I can. He's done it before. Especially since Q is the one with full authorization to access Tabula Ashaka. I've heard that name. I know. I remember. That's what it was. I remember. Dufang said it in Han Ying's chapter at the end. She was talking to someone. I don't know who, but she was talking to someone. And I do remember Tabula Ashaka being mentioned. Don't know what the fuck it is. Don't know if it's a person or a place, but I do know that being mentioned. I do know that was mentioned in Han Ying's chapter. And I do also know Q also said that in Han Ying's chapter as well. She also mentioned Tabula Ashaka. So it's very interesting. What Puao and the 90 has are probably physical papers and the data, what active servers that are city. Okay. Oh, okay. You don't know what it is actually. We already it's also in chapter 12. Oh wait, it is? Wait. We already fully covered what Tabula Ashaka is in the old chapters. It's also in chapter 12. I'm not gonna lie, those are the early days before I was streaming. I think I started streaming on Chrome's chapter. Other than that, I don't know shit. So, time for a reminder then. Oh God, that's the reason why Q wanted to off you. Wait, really? She wanted to kill me because of that? Hold on. Hold on now, chat. Hold on. That's the reason she wanted to off me, was because of the Tabula Ashaka. Yes, there was a fight between Lucia and her. I remember we do fight. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember why we were fighting, because this was way before I was deep into the lore like I was. But now, at least now I know they were fighting because of that. I don't want to spoil what it is, but I think we already should know what the Tabula or is if I'm wrong. The Tabula Ashaka is a mega server containing the uploaded data, consciousness, and uploaded citizens of those that choose to evacuate. Wait, whoa, okay, hold on. Tabula Ashaka is a mega server containing the uploaded data, consciousness of uploaded citizens that choose to evacuate the queue instead of running to the Niter. The initiated, she was putting the Tabula Ashaka plan in motion is pretty much a digitalization. It also contains the data and relics of human civilization. Any cultural artifacts you could collect during the apocalypse. Okay, now this kind of reminds me of what Han Ying's bad guys people were. Basically, it's a server that copies the consciousness of everyone, basically copying everyone inside to save the citizens. Isn't that what Han Ying's chapter was about then? Because they technically did that. Except they had a human brain when they did it. I forgot the bad guys' names, but I know they did something like that. Then they do almost try to do like a replica of it, but fucked up. Okay, but at least now we know. At least now I know. At least the Tabula Ashaka is basically a big old server containing all the consciousness of its people. Okay. If there is information in the Golden Age that Babylonia needs, mostly the Old Kowloon War, 50% it is okay. So that's why Babylonia wants it, because the Tabula Ashaka holds the Golden Age information that they want to look into and that they have. Good to know. Okay. And now I know the reason why we fucking fought Q in the first place in the first Kowloon War, when it did happen. Good to know. Okay, here we go. Now that we got that history lesson out of the way, we're good to go.
I beg your pardon? The law states that the Parliament has the power to make the final call. Formally, however, the Parliament can refer to Gassalt's opinions. Mr. Asimov, this vote means that the Parliament has already approved the proposal. I mean, there's no precedent for asking Gassalt after the proposal that has already been passed, right? Are you worried that Gassalt might oppose it? Or are you just not sure if it's the right decision to go with?
Oh shit, you got everyone concerned now. The hacker group known as Cradle did something similar to Ashaka. Very good observation. Okay, yes. I was gonna say, I know they did something similar, but like it fucked up on the process. So I'm like, I know I wasn't tripping when they were talking about it. It's pretty much every piece of data Q and Kalong Chamber of Commerce could collect and upload before everything went shit. Okay. And Q continues to work on it to this day. Okay. Okay. Hey, thank you everyone for helping me understand what the lore or the backstory for what we are now. Good to know. I thank you everyone. All right, let's continue on now.
Well, she does have a point there. If Gassalt votes against it, list, that could be a problem, right?
Like, why is he referring to Asimov as a she? Hold on, I thought he was a dude. Unless he's referring to Hilda.
Then never mind. Like I said, it is the Parliament that gets to make the final call, not Gassalt. Asimov, as a counselor of the world government and chief technician of the Science Council, I insist on this request.
With it, the commotion dies.
Fine.
Hazen's voice breaks the silence.
Let's put it through Gassalt and see what it says.
In the faint light that showers on him from above, Asimov stares at the central screen. He knows that Gassalt isn't physically here, but his gaze seems to pierce the dark screen and reaches straight into the heart and brain deep in and of Babylonia. I fully support this proposal.
Fully?
Colin slams the table in anger. At the same time, Liz, sitting not too far away from him, feels a weight lifted off his chest. In Gassalt's term, fully means 100%.
Meaning that this proposal has 100% of Gassalt's support.
This is incredibly rare.
I mean, in all my years of politics, I've never seen Gassalt fully support a cause. 100%. Unbelievable.
Now, this must be a big deal if Gassalt is 100% fully supporting shit, because you know damn well she just goes basis off calculations of what everyone else thinks. I don't think we've ever seen her make a pure conscious decision, let alone, well, we know she has a conscience. She does have a conscience because it goes into detail at the end of chapter 27. But to see that she fully supports the cause, that's a big deal. That's a big deal, ladies and gentlemen.
Past was 100 support.
The control cord is effective. The check and balance against Parliament.
Asimov, any other questions?
No. Thank you, Mr. President. Asimov bows at Hazen and sits back down, his eyes fixed on the cold, somewhat terrifying 100%. 100% means full, complete, total, and necessary. At this moment, he no longer cares about how long, List, or Hazen announcing the proposal's approval. He doesn't care about the negotiations they will be having in Kowloon during the second reading.
Gassalt, what exactly are you so scared of?
Okay, interesting. Oh, woo! What is this music? Oh, this music, yo! The piano? What? Turn this bitch up a little bit so y'all can hear that. Okay, here we go. Let me set the tone with my voice.
The waves swirl around the feet of a girl floating in midair, and the sea breeze blows off her hood.
revealing her brown braids. Holy shit, is Cradle gonna be making an appearance here? Hold on, is Cradle gonna be making an appearance here?
She looks at the city hidden beyond the horizon, over 2,000 kilometers away, trying to picture that city and the grand civilization it stands for. Read, understand, and learn. Let's get started then.
Ooh, yo! Woohoo! All that reading led up to that part. Hey, all that reading led up to that. That's great. That's crazy shit, dude. Okay. As much as I want to keep going, I need to get a water so that my voice is ready to go for this next episode. And this will probably be the last episode because knowing how fucking long this is going to be, might as well we're only going to get this one done. So I'm going to go get me a drink, use the restroom, say hi to my ma, and then we're going to get started. So I will be right back. Make sure to get your water and food, ladies and gentlemen, while you are waiting. Alright, let's see what I missed real quick. Progress has been great, so while he's getting water, the reading of the session. This reading session is probably three streams Whoa, hold on. The reading session of probably 3 streams. Make sure there's a high goes into the fire element for house opening. I call it dance and what your opinions, okay? I'll hop. You're gonna have to give me the name of the song. So I think the mic. I want to admit one thing. QB is mine. Get on. Bet wrong. Here we go. Those are your shots. I need the Q is mine. No videos. Make your choice. You guys are just going on. You guys are finding over Q. It's fucking insane. Pretty good. I'll shoot more. Discord. Papa needs a Discord. I do have a Discord. I actually do. Hold up. I do. I just don't know why my server's not getting. Sometimes it shouldn't have been. Sometimes I don't know why. Hold up. Let me pull it up. Let's see how you go. Hold up. Let me pull it up. I do. I just don't know why the link doesn't work sometimes. The link does not work sometimes. I do have an iCloud. I do have a server. It's called the Ironclad Nebula. And on top of that, we got people on there. Man, we've got everything set up. We've got a lot of things set up for people to enjoy all they want to enjoy in there. It's such a fun place for us to be in. And now that is part of the. Now it is my fault that I don't share it as often as I need to, just because I don't want to I don't want it to feel like it's forced. I want it to be organic, but I guess I should change that now. But yes, I do have a server. Is it me? Oh, is the music too high? Hold on, I got you. I'll switch it. Oh, that's game. Game. Where's the music? There we go. Okay, my fault. There we go. Music's down now. But if you didn't hear me, yes, I do have a server. That's the link. We have everything set up that we've been working on and everything. But yes, we got it all set up for everybody who wants to enjoy whatever they want to enjoy. So, hey, all right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super glad that there are people who want to join the Discord. It makes me happy knowing that all the work that we've been prepping up for it is working. That's, like I said, that's another part of the garden that I continue to water and plant every day to make sure it's better for everyone to see and to enjoy, because I want that to be a great community and a place where everyone can just have fun, talk about what they want to talk about, just vibe. I like this music, just going with the flow, even though this is more ambient, and that's not the type of vibe we're going for at the moment. But hey, I don't mind that type of vibe. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to be starting episode 1, and I need to get something up really quick. Okay, don't need that. That'll be later. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let us get started. Let me pull up. OBS. There we go. Now we're ready to go. Okay, here we go. Episode 1. This will be the final episode because I don't know how long this is going to take, and I need to get ready after this. Here we go. Number 1, Accomplice. Make sure make sure the game music's set to go. Everything else is good. Okay. Here we go. The garden shall grow. Hey, we shall continue to water the plants, continue to expand the garden, and build our fences so that we can let no critters stack the garden. Here we go. Asimov is still going through the report with a long face. When you finish reading the last page of it and close the file. Oh shit, here we go. Okay, here we go. Fuck. Duhong's here. I knew she was gonna pay me a visit. Here we go. Let him finish reading it. Having introduced herself as Duhong, this counselor of Kowloon shakes her head, signaling that she does not mind Asimov taking his time with reading the report. The over 200-page... Jesus! 200-page? And he's still going to take his time reading that? Props to him. Didn't think you take you all that long to skim through because you barely understand anything. Yep, I'm just like, okay, yep, this looks good. Asmar, I'll hand it to you. But from the look of Asmar's face now, you can tell just how much details in the report matters to him.
Holy, I can't believe this.
Asmar picks up the coffee by the table like he always does, failing to maintain his usual composure.
Where did you get this report?
An old friend. Well, I guess I wouldn't call him that. Anyhow, I promised to keep the source of this report confidential. I wonder if it's Q's.
Has anyone else seen this report?
Only a few people I know. Totally goes to show the taste of a bunch of lunatics, I suppose. Hey, are you seeing this? Uh-huh. This is who I was talking about. This is exactly who I was talking about. She was talking to someone in Han Ying's chapter. She was talking to someone. We don't know who though. Huashu, the Mechanorians, the Northern Asian Research Institute of Life Science and Evolution, they got themselves a rowdy party, I see. Huashu came up with W. Ashaka. It is obvious that these hoggers are trying to copy that. They even went as far as stealing the technology that the naughty, had come up with in the brain science. But they only needed to replicate the tiny little part of Villar's technology, which is why they were able to build the second Huashu in Tabula Akasha. Nothing borrowed is ever groundbreaking. Never hurts to give it a try, I know. I don't exactly have faith in something that a bunch of lunatics come up with. Do you believe in Tabula Akasha? It doesn't really matter if I do. Well, leave on the bargaining chip for us then. I don't really understand why you keep that data, but this better not screw up our deal. I need these things as a trump card, and I have the intel you want. We both have what the other person wants. For someone who wants to tell the world how much he hates politicians, this move is rather a political one. What did you say? Mr. Ballard! Whoa! Okay, so the fact that Ballard had this information is fucking wild. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. He played a part up until now. Oh, shit.
I only care if things get done.
Exactly what I thought a soldier like yourself would say.
Fort Winter. I see it.
I'm still curious why you're interested in these things. I've seen the old files you left at the world government, the classified ones, that is, and based on your actions and resume, you don't seem like someone who's interested in these inhumane things.
Wow. My principles remain unchanged. I'm disgusted by the fact that I have to do things way less than glorious, but intel and infel or our power. I wouldn't worry about things I don't need to worry about if I were you.
Very well. Please give me what I need. Hesitance doesn't show as part of your personality in your profile.
I'm just weighing my risk here.
Do you really think I'm stupid enough to betray you over a secret that can shake all of Babylonia?
Oh, fuck. This report is in the making since my time as a Security Intelligence Bureau, but what I'm trying to do is more important than this report.
I've heard a lot about what the World Government Science Security Intelligence Bureau did and get their hands on when they did want. But as you can see, I'm ostracized in Babylonia because I'm from Kowloon. And in Kowloon, I am ostracized because of a government official. I have no family, no children. Well, I assume you've done your research about me already now. He looks skinny, then suddenly devs reveal he's buff. He has a sleeping build, definitely. Does he really? Hold on, does he really? Have you seen, wait, by the way, have you seen Ballard's Codex entry? No, I have not. But wait, hold on, is Asmov tall? Is he really that tall?
I hope this report can be put to good use in your hands. Stirring up public opinion and sentiment within Babylonia will make it easier for me to do what I want to do, too.
Of course. We're in this together. Besides the source of intelligence and me, it's just you two.
Q?
We can talk about this later.
Everything aside, do you know what this report means? It lies. Lies that span decades. Everything we know today and the technologies we benefit from as civilization, they're all riddled with lies. Asimov puts his coffee cup back on the table, unable to stop his hand from shaking. Oh boy. Oh boy. Asimov didn't seem to notice that the transcendent that just came up in the conversation. Not only that, he even showed a slight lapse in his otherwise always logical speech. This is as far as you can recall is a first. Asimov. Oh, thanks. It isn't until you grab Asimov's arm that he snaps out of his fear and shock. He casts a glance at you and Duhong, sitting at the table. At last, his gaze firmly lands on the book-thick report on the table. From the start of the Gasol project by the Science Council to the last Great Evacuation, this report covers every last detail of the project overviews and branches. Safe to say this report is like an index. No, it's more like a phylogenetic tree. Just like how all of life on Earth as we know is part of the phylogenetic tree. Void Winter, Project Silthia, Mine, the Inver device, the Titanium Complemire, including Huashu, Tabula Akasha, the humanoid hybrid construct plan that no one really ever talks about. No, there is more to it than everything I just said. There's also the interstellar navigation plan that includes Babylonia itself, the mechanical conscious experiment that no one has ever been able to find any data for, the countless other technical details that I've never heard of myself. These determine everything we know today as branches and leaves of this evolutionary tree. At certain marked nodes that special technology is in use, some technology has even been split off in the previous branch and become leaves. As he speaks, Asimov flips open the report on the table. Apparently he's 184 centimeters tall. What is that? 5'10"? 184 centimeters in feet. Never mind, he's 6 foot. Damn, he's 6 foot. I'm 5'9", and I know I'm average, but I wasn't expecting him to be 6 foot. For example here, the internal notice of the Science Council Research Ethics Committee in Humane Experiments. According to the agreement between the Science Council Ethics Committee and the Science Council, the following statements were made. The Science Council has always opposed inhumane experiments. The decision is based on evolution of human civilization and scientific morality over thousands of years in line with humanity. No group, no organization, no institution or individual shall use or conceive non-cohesive means to require any natural person to participate in live and non-live human experiments unauthorized by the Science Council. Okay, now we know that this was passed. Or we know that a law was passed. 5'9" gang, let's go. Hey, yes sir! 5'9", yes sir! Asimov appreciation for all the sleepless nights. Yeah, he needs to sleep. Dude knows that he works all day and night. Researchers involved in such experience will not be accredited by the Science Council and will be expelled. The Science Council is committed to eradicating such experiments. Based on the above contest, the decision to expel Dr. Bernard Gold Godwin has been made in light and his unauthorized inhumane experiments seriously violating the morale bottom line of humanity. Okay. Consistent with this decision, we hold reservations regarding the world government authorization for death row inmates to participate in related experiments. Wow, okay. So death row inmates they didn't care. They didn't want nobody else doing this experiment, but they were fine with letting death row inmates getting experimented on it. That's fucking wild. This is an internal notice that's never been made public. It seems that this internal document really actually indicates that the Science Council opposition to the world government notorious humane experimentation bill. I only know that there was once an inhumane human conscience experiment in Kowloon. The council publicly condemned it, but that incident happened long after the date on this notice. Now, is he talking about what the what Q's been working on? The human consciousness experiment in Kowloon. Are you talking about the Fukushima Research Institute case where they misappropriated mind and AI technologies? Yep, that's exactly the one I'm talking about. Okay, never mind, not the one I was talking about. That case was closed before I started my political career. I remember Q personally took over the handling with it with the Science Council. That's right. According to our records from the Science Council, that joint judgment brought a lot of negative public opinion. I always thought that the Science Council had allowed those experiments to happen until then. But this notice is marked from the forefront of Project Winter and Project Cynthia, and time is much earlier than what we judgment took place.
Logically, Science Council wouldn't issue a notice for something like that hadn't happened yet. Which means, seems like the council saw Project Winter coming even back then.
This is true. If what that is true, then yes, the council saw Project Winter happening way before then. Who's leaving? Anakin. Well, I'm gonna get going at this point. You know, I usually can't stick for the full stream. I have stuff to do. Hey, you're all good. Hey, all good, man. All love. You take care of yourself. You stay safe out there, whatever you got to get doing. And hey, we'll see you around. You know, I'm glad you joined. Like I said, you didn't have to join, but you did. And hey, all good. So hey, we'll see you around. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good morning wherever you are. And toodaloo. Everybody else, we're gonna continue on here.
All right. Exactly.
The Science Council is a political entity, but there was no way for it to stay out of this political mud water.
None of this made sense to me at first. I mean, I'm sure the Science Council was well aware of Project Winter's existence, and given how they tended to conduct themselves, there's no way they would have allowed these parasites to grow within its ranks. But judging from what it says in this report here...
The council knew all along that this would happen. They might have put up a hard fight back then. We may never know.
This notice is where these inhumane experiments under Project Winter were started.
So okay, so that report note shows that they were doing it way before that bill was passed, and even way before then.
In the Science Council, exploitation is the most severe punishment. Without the Council's certification, no researcher can obtain any funding or support through official channels. And not only that, they'd end up being a laughingstock and have their dignity destroyed as a scientist.
Excuse me. What am I missing here? What? Project Winter mentioned? Yes, Project Winter is mentioned here, but it was mentioned. I'm assuming way before this even happened. And Azerda, hello, welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. And Deck Toys, don't worry, you're always welcome. Always welcome here.
Sounds like some sort of ancient medieval religious punishment. I see the resemblance, too, and I guess it works quite well. At least the Science Council was already aware of these filthy parasites back then and tried to get rid of them, except those lousy maggots that had been expelled found new rotten flesh to live on. Asimov looks at you after a knowing nod, says no more. Okay, interesting. Oh, wait a minute. So yeah, okay, so they were part of the Science Council, then they got kicked out, and then they found Incarna. Yes.
Asimov presses his temples hard, looking as though he is facing a bunch of towering executioners of human morality rather than 200-page report.
If we cross-check the names of these people working for Curran with the names of those who got expelled by the Science Council, we'll probably see that half of those working for Curran are those who got kicked out back then. Or at least that's what I remember.
You joined the P1 cult and there's no going back. Now, I wouldn't say we're a cult, we're a community more than that.
Just like that tree, they branched out from this node as a thick branch. For example, the next thick branch in this mechanical consciousness experiment, and it isn't something you can find in the Council's database in Babylonia.
Experiment log number 08221. MAP-01 asked me today if machines have souls. Now, MAP-01, that's Kana, isn't it?
To be honest, I don't know how to answer that question. The so-called soul is, of course, a non-existent supernatural phenomenon that it has been objectively pronoun.
A brotherhood, a squad, or a legion? I would say it's a brotherhood and a sisterhood. It could be a Legion. I mean, it could be either one. Oh, it's Hakama? What? Oh, that's right. Her name was that before she became Hakama. Cause she was what? She was a computer, wasn't she? The Church of P1. Wait, so what do you want to go with? A Legion? The Ironclad is a Legion then? Ooh, it actually rolls off the tongue really good. Ironclad Nebula. Ironclad Nebula is a Legion. It's not bad. Not bad. I don't know. We'll have to discuss about that later. She's a management AI. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So she was a management AI. Because I know she was an AI before she got turned into a construct. But I didn't know what exactly she was. Or rather machines that we simply don't fully understand to this day, and because of that, I can't make a judgment on whether they have souls. I can't draw conclusions on things I don't fully understand. But if this mechanical consciousness really does exist, or if machines really can readily make it, would machines think that this thing that they have is a soul? Is like what Greeks believed thousands of years ago. So now this is probably something that now that you mention it, souls. You look at the Church of Machina now, they have souls, and they have their own conscience. So I mean, makes sense. I believe that both MPA-01 and MPL-00 are the right keys to the future. Now, MPL-00 is Nanami, isn't it? This is what we old folks from Section 3 believe. And he mentions Section 3. Interesting. It took 48 years to prove the Higgs boson, 54 years for black holes, and a century for gravitational waves. If we can't solve this problem, our successors will, and if they can't, then the successors will. Maybe have a poll about it. Personally, I prefer what P1 made. I mean, hey, I like Ironclad Nebula. That'll stick. That ain't going away. She's not a construct. She's fully mechanoid. Oh, she's not what? She's not a construct. I thought she was. Because I thought the people who made her, I thought they said that it was a construct. But I could be wrong. If y'all saying she's a mechanoid, then hey, we're going with that. She's a mechanoid.
Okay. So, the machines we ran into in Constellia have souls and self-awareness too.
Now this is interesting that we're finally learning that that all the mechanoids that we met, they have souls and are self-aware. And I wonder if the Church of Machina is finally gonna make their appearance to us.
Yes, it seems that machines and self-awareness came from the Science Council too. The models mentioned in these reports might be crucial clues.
Constructs are converted humans. She's a machine. Oh, okay. Good to know. Okay, good to know. That's my fault. I thought she was. Now we know she's a mechanoid.
And we might just gain a whole new perspective of civilization and the machines themselves if we learn about where these machines come from. I mean, they might have already formed a sizable group already.
That's beside the point now, though. Duhan cuts off Asimov's train of thought somewhat rudely. We need to get to the bottom of this. There must be something in this report that only makes sense to you and not us. Seemingly a little disgusted, Asimov closes the report and lets out a long sigh.
Well, look.
Wait a sec.
You had to cut him short as much as you hated it.
Sorry, Asimov, I don't like cutting you off like that, but what is it exactly you're trying to do? Coming to Asimov at a time with this report and asking him to help you spot clues in it.
Poppin' P. I was going to use it as a bargaining chip to win Babylonian's parliament absolute support for the Kalong 8 plan. Except I have another bargaining chip now. See, I'm sure there are people in Babylonia who are more interested in this report than the politicians. Aren't you both interested in what's behind that golden age you got human civilization to where it is today?
I'd rather keep my distance from the likes of you, but I've only been caught in the mirror of politics on more occasions than one.
You're right. Politics have never been clean. I've never considered myself righteous, or maybe I've just been in the circle far too long to remember what it's like to be righteous. But there's also precisely why politics can achieve things that people can never hope to achieve with just signs of war. The world has never been black or white. That is true. With a smile, she pushes her bargaining chip on the table toward you and Asimov. Okay, so that 200-page essay was not the bargaining chip. I thought that was. I guess that was just to lure us into the bargaining chip. Oh, never mind. That is the bargaining chip. Never mind. You can have this report and handle it however you see fit. On 2 conditions, that is. First, I need you to help me get to the truth. This will involve a special inquiry investigation initiated by the Control Court in Kowloon, and I need the Knighter to pass this inquiry. This report might not be the only thing that motivated the Control Court to take action, but my hunch is that this report has to be a part of what motivated them to do what they set out to do. Yeah, so we know that the Control Court is investigating stuff right now. Secondly, if you plan to disclose this report to the public, and I believe you will, I need you to be fully prepared to not only reveal it once everything is settled. Wait, I need you to be fully prepared and only reveal it once everything is settled. The public has the right to know this.
That's it?
That's it.
Why should we trust you, though?
You don't have to. I mean, there aren't many things in this world who do anymore, but I believe you would trust the facts. Besides, aren't you two in this together like twins?
What's going on?
Asimov casts a puzzled glance at you, but quickly guesses what Duhong is getting at.
Let me guess. Project Winter.
Hold on, is this a threat?
Oh my goodness! She busts out laughing. Metaphor! Don't you get it? It's a metaphor.
That's one hell of a metaphor if you're pulling for that shit. I guess people never tell you that you're good at joking too, do they? Asimov, what do you think?
This report is going to cause quite a scene if we ever make it public. The Parliament is going to lose people's trust, and that's probably goes for the Science Council and the military too.
Whew.
We don't know how people are going to see constructs, megadors, or even ascendants.
Yeah.
This report can definitely stir up the bombshell of controversy, and I can totally imagine the Parliament getting backlashed over it when it happens.
Asmal places his hand on the heavy report, looking at it at a clear grin we swear to God. Look in his eyes, however, is all but hopeful.
But if we don't admit past mistakes and completely remove the rotten flesh under the scar, neither humanity nor we can move forward.
I don't blame him. Hey, I agree. We should set this forth.
People have the right to know the truth.
People have the right to know the truth.
Hey, and also, yes, our past mistakes are fucked up. But look at the new generation that's leading forward, all right? Look at the new generation that's trying to get away from the old ways, all right? We made that vow with Watanabe as well. Someone's got to be the spine of the earth. So I guess we have a deal here. Asimov looks at me. Oh, wait. Yeah, Asimov...
I can see Asimov looking at me.
And the two of you nod at each other.
I accept your conditions.
Well then, please go on. Duhan casts a glance at Asimov's hand on the report. With it, he continues going with the heavy book of history. Oh shit, alright chat, now this is probably where we get our history lesson throughout. So from here on, this is probably our history lesson that we're gonna learn of the golden age from the Science Council, Kowloon, and all that shit. So be prepared for the stream to be a very, very reading stream next time.
Long before the Golden Age, the Science Council was merely a loose, borderless organization of scientists from around the world. As time went by, though, only bits and pieces of what happened back then survived, what makes it impossible to find out what actually happened.
And the fact that Ballard had this information is fucking insane.
Back then, mankind was going through a Great Depression like we had so many times before, and that caused natural scientists to stop progressing. The world was lacking guidance from social scientists sciences, and there were a global war that overloaded from proxy wars.
Oh, not yet? Oh, man. Oh, man. So this is just the tip of the iceberg.
It was a true dark age, and humanity was stumbling even when we ventured into the limited future.
The scene ends when Asimov is done reading. This scene ends when Asimov is done reading? Oh, fuck. Okay, that means we're going to be here for a minute then. Oh, that's fine.
The way the Science Council was organized back then resembled the way religious groups were organized back in the Middle Ages. Except the faith was gathered people under its banner was not religion, but science and progress.
The CSU. I don't know if I've ever seen that logo.
The Science Council as we know it today only came about when Dominic had unified all those scientists around when the promotion of civilization, cold fusion technology, and the material science explosion was taking place, based on the earliest infallible records.
Okay, so Dominique unified the scientists. I knew that. Because he was the head honcho for all of research and made all of these grand accomplishments.
In the end, it was the torch of science that illuminated the era akin to the quagmire. The new furnace is now ablaze, forging a future of boundless possibilities and the hopes for the gold-like humanity.
I legit thought P1 didn't have a DC server since it isn't mentioned in the links. I need, you know what? That's a really good point. I need to actually put that in my YouTube link. That's actually a really, really good, solid point right there. I should probably do that. Thank you for noticing that. I'll actually do that before I go to work today. So that way, when people check me out, they can click that link. So I thank you, Not Normal Guy, for pointing that out. That never crossed my mind to put it on there. I didn't know that I didn't know that if the link would hold that long, but I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna do that. All right, here we go.
And the rest is history. Everything took off flying and progressed at record speed, like what Babylonia's tech would say.
My bad. That was probably misleading. I mean, Asimov was just explaining some stuff in the report. And CSU is the Science Council abbreviation. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
I always thought that human civilization would have died long time ago without construct tech. But there are things hidden in that era that we haven't yet seen, and those things are really what matter. This report reminds me of that of its root and its massive system tree constructs everything we know today. This report, though, seems intentionally leave out all information about this root. And this core and root have been constantly leaving out of the picture this Gasalt.
Okay, interesting.
Project Assault is a super project that gathered the world's lead talents from natural sciences and social sciences and was the most ambitious human endeavor. The annual budget alone was enough to complete a small space fleet. I mean, we could destroy Babylonia now and still... Wait, no. We could destroy 10 Babylonians now and it still wouldn't matter. It'd be a breeze for us to make a new one in any day of the week, so as long as we meet the conditions. Because Soul, we can't afford to lose. We use it to judge the operation of constructs, output pentagrams for info device, regulate the life support system and flight posture of Babylonia, and controls 36 cold fusion reactors and the Lognis arsenal. Theoretically, we could even reverse engineering the punishing with it. It's almost like it's an inexhaustible, ultimate black box. With our current technology, we can only glimpse half of what's in Gasalt and its functions, but this is just half enough to get us to where we are today. Another way to look at it is that Gasalt contains a lot of what we cannot fully decipher, which is why it's called a black box.
I mean, true, it was made by the Golden Age people, and we don't know what the fuck they wanted to do with this, why it was made, what was put in there to make it made now.
So, this report is more than a catalog of a Golden Age technologies. It's more about the entire technological wave stirred up by the Project Assault itself.
Exactly. Project Winter, Project Sothia, constructs, and mind technology, including Uashu, are mere branches and leaves that grew from Project Assault. Except mankind morals weren't where we are today when it was put into work.
It sounds like you're certain everything back then was done right. Asimov falls silent. He rubs the cover of the report, where a name is signed under the Science Council emblem in Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish. Dominic. Interesting.
What people truly miss from that era isn't that the order, wealth, or peace, but the spirit of progress. Anyhow, as far as this report goes, the core issue is likely lies within Gasalt.
But you just said that there are things that we don't fully know about Gasalt, no?
Yes, and the Parliament is aware of this too. a lot of important Gestalt documents were lost during the Great Evacuation, and if you couple that with the Gestalt's inherent limitations, we are now only relying on half of what Gestalt was able to do during Golden Age, like I said earlier. So Gestalt's only running at like half power.
What about the other half?
Asmo shakes his head. It's inaccessible, or maybe we just haven't figured out the right way to access it. But I managed to dig an older document record from Gestalt under the Utopia incident. Oh shit, okay.
That's right. We did have the files.
It says Asimov as he turns on the terminal and pulls up a photo. It is an old, slightly yellow paper document from the Science Council emblem printed in the middle, and below it, written in deep blue ink, is a line that reads, oh boy, what's that line? Effective today, Dr. Blank has been recalled from Kowloon to supervise Section 3 of the Science Council. Okay. What's particular, though, is that this document, which seems to be a transfer order, lacks the issuer and has the most crucial name blacked out. Kowloon. And check this out here. Asimov opens a report on another table and again points out the experiment log he's just read. Regardless, I believe that whether the MPA-01 or MPL-00, they are the right keys to the future. Hakuman Nanami. This is what we old folks from Section 3 believe.
Section 3?
It used to be a section under the Science Council like the current R&D Sections 1 and 2. During Gestalt's early development, there was a third section dedicated to it. When Gestalt was completed, Section 3 was dissolved, and there's nothing left of it now. Asimov looked stunned, almost unable to speak. Where did you hear about all this?
Now, I wonder if Asimov knows about Section 3.
Doesn't matter where I heard about all this. Duhan takes the report from Asimov and points to the date on the experiment log, continuing. If this experiment log was written by a researcher who moved from Section 3, this means Section 3 might have already been dissolved by then. This date on it is pretty late, and this is after they were done developing Gestalt. The Science Council does have a habit of establishing special development divisions for a specific task and dissolving them when the task is done. And this Section 3 was likely a special division established by the Science Council specifically for development of Gestalt.
Okay. Whoa! Fucking hell! God damn! This is a lot of lore!
How so?
Okay, we're not reading that at the moment. Hold on. During Gestalt's early development, there's a third section dedicated to it. There's nothing left of it now. Date is pretty late. After they were done developing Gestalt. Was this when fucking Neidhart was working on it? Establishing special development divisions for specific tasks. Does bro know? Yup. In the following chapters are lore bombs. I don't know if I know, but I'll be blind if I do, but it's fine. It's all right. I'll learn eventually. But here we go.
Because their tasks didn't overlap. This permanent sections 1 and 2 have clear distinctions since the Golden Age. Section 1 has focused on theoretical and basic sciences, while Section 2 has handled astrology and interstellar engineering projects. Neither Sections 1 or 2 could build Gestalt on their own, since it is an immense task and encompasses all mankind's knowledge. I can't say with certainty just yet, but it seems like Section 3 was the one handling Project Assault.
Okay. Interesting.
Say, if we could prove that Section 3 existed around the same time Gestalt was being built,
that still wouldn't be a game changer, but I'd still be pretty solid.
Is there a way to find out when Kowloon Scholar was transferred to the Science Council?
We don't know yet, and we don't even know what this person's name is.
I was gonna say, you probably know.
All of you, in Asimov, see in Dahong's sunk eyes is even deeper doubt when the two of you look at her. I know what you're thinking.
As far as I know, there is only one scientist from Kowloon who could ever hope to aspire to such heights.
Now, this is probably the brother. It's either the brother or Q. Yep, that's who I thought.
Mind you, though, this individual isn't exactly someone you want to hang out with.
Are you talking about Filler?
Right on the money.
Woo-hoo! The fact that we even talking like that.
You right on the money. Well, actually, I don't think I'm gonna comment on his mental state. But if he really is the one who came up with Uashu, then he might have been the one appointed at the lead Section 3.
He's smart enough to handle a super project like that, and he did learn to evacuate the Kowloon Central University. I might give up. I might give up on voice acting. I don't think I will make it anyway. Why do you think that? Why do you think that? I'll let you type while I read this. But I don't think he's the guy we're looking for here. Really? Nah, can't be. Villa has to. Well, maybe Villa was the student. Maybe he was the student of the said person. Could be.
I've only heard Papa P mention this name in a mission report. In terms of compatibility, though, I'm sure the design of Fuwashu could definitely handle Gasant.
Is that so? Well, almost made him one of those responsible for Babylonia's fall then. And Gasalt had been under external attacks from unknown sources like that what happened a few years back, which is something the Control Corp might be taking advantage of.
Can't think of a worse time for this discussion to happen. Fuwashu left a signature when he invaded Gasalt last time, and I've already gone ahead and reported the recent reverse engineering of external tactics to the Parliament. We can't conclude it's Fuwashu yet.
Du Hong lets out a deep sigh and shakes her head. Anyhow, I don't know where Fuwashu is, but regarding my first condition, I just wanted to let you know that you need to exercise caution and the Control Court is looking into Gasalt. The Control Court could run us over any day of the week if they do so wish.
Well, at least we're not dealing with the Colonel here.
I was gonna say, now this is more of an internal, it's an internal team here that we have to deal with.
I'm not gonna let them politicians stick their noses into this before I get to the bottom of it.
And I'm gonna help to...
No.
I'm sorry?
The Parliament is definitely gonna pass this proposal concerning Kowloon at the inquiry today. P1, are you ready for the next patch? Are you broke like me? LOL. I don't know. Is the next patch the DMC collab? If it is, I'm just gonna save up as much resources as I can before the last day of the event, and I'm just gonna pull on then. And once that's done, the Diplomatic Court will coordinate with the military to designate Grey Raven and Seckhawk as representatives for military aid to the Niter in Kowloon.
Is that already decided?
Du Hong nods without saying anything.
Hush, hush, and dirty as always.
Now remember, what my second condition is, you're the only one able to do all these in Babylonia, Asmoth. Asmoth too nods without saying anything. I tried to look into Villa in this Kowloon researcher we were talking about. If all this fails, we'll have to cut on Tabula Akasha and see.
Q?
Is Q still alive?
That'd be correct, yes. Well, I kind of figured she'd be alive. It's been so long since you last saw the Transcendent, and it takes you a good few seconds to recall the Monarch of Kowloon. Life will fade, machines will break, and this world will perish. This is why things that have value must be preserved. Kowloon will be final epithet of Earth. When all lights go out, when all goes dark, this place will still burn. Like fire, we will stay a beacon for visitors in eons to come. They will know what we, humanity, lived. Like fossils, we will leave behind a legacy. This is Kowloon. This is Tabula Akasha. Resistance is futile. Accept death with grace. That's the way we are. The once ruler of Earth should bow out. And through this war, I finally realized that to complete Tabula Akasha, the world must first be ended. I came here expecting a certain ascendant first, but no matter. Earth's demise is set in stone. The question of who goes first and who goes later is inquessential. Fall and become history, Babylonia. War, rebirth, and farewell. Gotta remember though, this banner is discounted. That's true! If 21K Virgil will definitely come home. That's the light I see in the dark tunnel of being, bro. You are an awesome person. Zaka, you're an awesome person. Come on, you're chasing your dream. You're chasing the dream, man. Or woman. You're doing what you want. You're doing what you need to chase your dream. So you're an awesome person just as much as anyone else here.
Okay. That's when Lucia used the plume frame for the first time.
But Gabriel did cue in, no?
Nope, that didn't happen. Which is why Tabula Akasha continues even as we speak. Whoa. God, hold on. What? Gabriel did cue in? I don't remember that part.
I came across Project Tabula Akasha when I was going through this report just now, too, and this says a comprehensive transition of biological conscious data and global information of a construct and complete a coherent civilization data environment. It's not entirely accurate, but not too far off. Project Tabula Akasha is essentially a plan to digitalize Earth civilization. In theory, Tabula Akasha could replicate another Earth. Whoa, what? It could replicate another Earth? But we would just be living in virtual, though, wouldn't we? Since it just has the consciousness of all the minds? Except there wouldn't be any life in that world.
There are no living beings in Tabula Akasha.
It's a tomb.
Gabriel punched a hole in Q's chest. Okay.
She would end all of humanization for Tabula Akasha and Lucia.
It's only now that you notice that you're clenching your fist so hard that the leather glove you're wearing is tightening your hand. Yep. We got some business to deal with Q because she fucked up Lucia for us. Which is why I said at the very beginning that we shouldn't bring up Q until the very end. I can't apologize to you and Lucia on behalf of Q, but I can't assure you that Kalong harbors no ill will towards you now. Both Kalong and Q, as well as Tabula Akasha, have very complex histories. I don't fully understand the reasons here, but I think you'll probably hear directly from Q in no time, says Yu Hong as she stands up. So Tabula Akasha is this one big old fucking virtual world where everyone can't fully be alive in it. It's like, now that's just SAL. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of SAL. I've been in politics all my life, and lies in the seat have become part of my everyday life, so much so that we need to keep truth alive with all sorts of lies because truth are often too fragile.
And that's why I can't stand politicians.
I don't expect you to accept me, but regardless, please promise me that this truth must be revealed at the right time, and it must be revealed. I gave Q a hard time for what she did to Lucia, don't care. Yeah. Because I remember Lucia giving me that head tap on the forehead. Forehead to forehead. I remember that scene.
Ah, damn.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm gonna do if you don't tell me to.
The Parliament is gonna be a real mess if they know what Q that really be a Q mess if Q is still alive now. So please keep it confidential for the time being. She reaches out with a withered hand toward the table. After a moment of hesitation, you stand up and grasp her hand.
I'm sick of being kept in the dark, Duhong. Let's end this.
Now, we're really in the same boat, aren't we?
No. As far as I'm concerned, my life depends on this, and that's just the way it is for me. Oh, hey. Finally done there. The final part of Hikakiri playing on that scene.
Ugh.
He was just having a rough week. All right, chat. We are now on episode 2 of chapter 28. Well, I can just do this. Bop. Okay. So now that we've got that out of the way, we can now finally get started with chapter 28 because everything was prep work up until now, I'm assuming, at least up to the history part. So, ladies and gentlemen, we on Saturday, My Discord server has definitely gotten live. Oh boy, has it really? Let me check it out real quick. Let me check it out. I can't imagine what's all happening right now. I'm sure the it's spicy view and all of them are talking it up right now. I'm pulling up Discord if it's gonna let me. There we go. Bump. Loop. Let's see. What did I? Oh my goodness, we got a lot of. What is happening here? Let me go up. Let me go all the way up. Towards that. Let me go all the way up real quick. Here we go. Wave to say hi. Wave to say hi. We got a lot. Hey, we got some people in. Nice, dude. We got. This is so cool to see. We got people in now. Let me see. Where is View? Let me see where he's at. Because I know he's gonna say something. View. Where is he? He's way down here, I think. Ah, here he is. I knew he was gonna make an appearance. Nice, dude. Yes, that's the Discord. If you're looking at Discord, I'll link it one more time for the people who didn't see it. Invite people. Copy. Hold on, I got you, chat. I got you. Boom. There's the link for the people who are new who did not see the link before. So yes. I need to add it in my links. Yes. I need to do that as well. Okay. So chat. Again, I woke up late, but hey, great turnout though. Great turnout for 2 hours. 96 views. And it's still a lot of people watching still. And that's insane. That I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful that, like I said, I woke up late, but that don't change the fact I still gotta continue to build the garden, and that's still gonna happen. So yes, I'm very grateful that you all showed up, and I thank you all for being here. So Saturday morning, 6 a.m. I will be on time this time. 6 a.m. We will be continuing on with chapter 28. And we're also gonna go for a bit longer. That way I can make up the time for what I did not get started for. I at least on Saturday stream, I at least want to try to get, I wouldn't say halfway, but I want to at least get to 40%. If we can get to 40%, that'll be good. That'll be good for me. Sets us up nicely for Tuesday. So yes, so Saturday morning we will be live again, 6 a.m. on YouTube and Kick. We will be doing chapter 28. We were just going to be reading. So it's going to be very, very interesting on how it's going to go. But we'll see. But anywho, the onions are actually magical beans. What? Halfway's extreme cope. No. No. But anywho. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta get ready for work. I don't want to keep you guys here any longer than needed. I thank everyone who has showed up. I thank you all for being here. I don't take it for granted whatsoever. And yeah, I'm super grateful. Super grateful to be here. Super grateful to be able to bring this stuff to you guys. And hey, it's only up from here, ladies and gentlemen. So, anywho, that's enough for today. I will see you all bright and early Tuesday morning, 6 a.m. All right, I'm out. Peace.